Oh, in this video, I am going to show you 3 breath work techniques that you can use to bring yourself back to calm and center. The first one is for tactile people and is a great one to use with kids as well. It is very simple. It's called the 5-finger breath. You start at the outside of your palm and you breathe in through your nose and out your mouth. Inhale and exhale. Inhale. And with each one, hopefully you are calming down. And with this one, if you find that that is not enough, you simply go back the other way. Kids love this one, and it is great for adults as well. And anyone who is tactile and likes to just calm themselves with touch, as well as using breath to get calm and centered. The next one is to balance the left and right side of the brain. Oftentimes throughout the day, we are using the logic brain more than the left neocortex more than the right neocortex, where creativity and our ability to process and handle chaos is. And we're often in our limbic brain more than in our prefrontal cortex. So when we do this breath work, if you've done anything with yoga before, you might be familiar with this one. This will help to calm and balance the brain. So basically, you want to pinch the 2 nostrils. You can use your pinky and thumb. You can use whatever fingers. You can go like this. Really, that does not matter. The idea is that we're going to block one side and breathe in. And then we're going to block it and exhale. Your mouth is closed the whole time. And then say, breathe in, block, exhale. Breathe in, block, exhale. Breathe in. You want to do that 5-10 times until you actually start to feel calm in your body. Now, in this next one, first I'm going to show you actually what a proper deep breath looks like, because when we are working with our breath, oftentimes we are breathing very shallowly and it's all stuck up here. And we might have shallow breaths, breathing in the mouth too much. The mouth is open, right? That is all going to actually create stress and anxiety in the body. So what we want to do as often as possible is close the mouth and only be breathing in the nose. This allows for not too much oxygen to come into the body. And we also want to be aware of what a proper breath actually looks like. So I'm just going to show you more my body. So here you can see when I'm breathing, what I actually want to happen, you can feel your rib cage here. You actually want the rib cage to flare out like wings, as well as in the back. You want it to like open up as wings, all on all sides. So on the sides, in the front, as well as in the back, so that when I'm breathing, I'm going to fill this up nice and big, right? That's where they call that Buddha breath, that belly breath. Only it's mistaken to believe it's only in the belly. We want all the lower proximity to expand, because when you are breathing deeply, what's happening is the diaphragm that sits right here is pushing down into the body. So you're expanding. You don't want the shoulders to rise up. You want the shoulders to stay and the focus to come here. And then it comes into the upper chest and into the throat. And when you're all filled up, that's when you exhale like a release. All at once. Don't force it out. Just allow it to just go. And what happens when that happens is that the diaphragm then comes back up. And the more you exhale, the more you crunch and you let go consciously, the higher that is going up. And so you are compressing and actually massaging the organs as it comes up. So when you're inhaling, you're pushing down and opening out the diaphragm and allowing for more space to happen in your body, and it opens up and then fills up and fills up and fills up. And when you exhale, that diaphragm comes back up and literally massages all of the organs. But if you're not using the full range of motion with the diaphragm, if you're only taking shallow breaths, the diaphragm is only stopping here and here. And that's why you're having anxiety, right? Because you're cutting off, and this ties in with water, strangely enough, you're cutting off your range of emotion. You're cutting off what's available to you. You are literally limiting yourself with your breath. So we want to extend, we want to use visualization to imagine that we're filling all this lower space. You can even imagine going down to your toes if you'd like, filling up the whole body with oxygen. And then the full release, which feels like you can trust and you can let go. And that's what we need to be able to do, right? So then we want to let go and maybe even push out and contract the abdominals and really push everything out, so that we're getting the diaphragm up as high as it can go. So we're always increasing that range of motion, or that range of emotion, I should say, right? Because emotion is emotions in movement, right? That's where the phrase comes from. So I said 3, but really 4 if we're talking about actually taking deep and proper breaths. So we did the fingers and we did the balancing, and you see what is a full proper breath. Now I'm going to show you something that actually uses the full mouth open, and this is a breath reset. Okay, when you are stressed out, or actually sometimes I do this in the morning for my morning routine, and you just need a reset, this is the breath that you're going to use. It's called the 10-20-30 breath. And when I am done with this breath, I like to just be calm and ask my higher self, what do I need to know right now? What does it want me to know right now? So it's really a way to bring yourself fully into your body and just connect and be in the present moment. Yes, you might feel lightheaded the first time that you do this. You might get some tetany or tingling in your hands, or they might want to crunch up. That is perfectly normal. It is actually an indication that you are oxygen deprived. I won't say starved, but it just means that you're pumping more oxygen into your body than normally you are. So when we're dealing with breath, we really want to bring a lot of breath into the body, but we also need to make sure that we're bringing in the breath correctly. As I said, we're shallow breathers. We're breathing too much with our mouth open. That only gets the cycle right here, and it creates stress, anxiety, and worry. We need the full cycle to come up with the full exhale, the release, and the inhale, and no rising of the shoulders. It's just filling up. And that will bring you to calm. Okay, so the 10-20-30 looks like this. 10 breaths, circular, in and out of the mouth, no stopping. And then we hold for 10 seconds. And then we'll do the same thing, 20 breaths. And then we hold for 20 seconds. And then finally, we do 30 breaths, and then we hold for 30 seconds. Are you ready? We're going to try it. Try it with me. You got to try it. Dive in. Don't be scared. Okay. So I will just count, and then I'm going to count in my head. So you count with me, but I'll do the first 10 on my fingers. That's easier. And now I ask, what does my higher self want me to know? And you can sit with that as long as you need to. You might have found that breath intense. You might have felt lightheaded, dizzy. You might have gotten a headache, all sorts of little things. Resistance might have come up. All of that is completely normal. That breath is something that you need to practice with. It is a full cleansing of the body. You can do it very fast. You can do it very slow. But the idea is that there is no stopping from the inhale to the exhale. You know, some breaths that we do, it will say inhale, which is another one. Inhale for the count of 4. Hold. Exhale for the count of 6 to 8. Hold at the bottom. Inhale for the count of 4. Hold. Exhale for the count of 8, hold, and do that one 3 to 5 times. That's another option that you can use for breath work. The one that I just showed you, the 10, 20, 30, that will really reset everything going on in your body and allow you to fully come back to the present moment and ground down. Yes, it takes some practice. So those are some breath work options that you can use to use the breath consciously to ground and center yourself and bring yourself back to the present moment. So we've got the fingers, the nostrils, the 10, 20, 30, and I slipped in an extra one with the 4, hold, exhale to as much as you can, up to 8, hold, 4. You want to get more exhale than you do inhale. So that's why the number is either 5 to 8. And I showed you what a proper deep breath should look like. So throughout your day, make sure you're checking in with your breath. Catch yourself if you're in shallow. Catch yourself if your mouth is open. Close it. Of course, if you're eating or talking, you're going to open your mouth. But if you're running even, whatever you're doing, if you're just in your normal day, close your mouth, breathe only through your nose. It will create better inhales and exhales for you. It will bring more conscious awareness, allow your breath to go deeper, which will overall reduce anxiety and calm you down and bring you back to the present moment.